I've always known lonely, just the quiet of an empty room. But a deeper ache, a sense that I'm invisible in a world that doesn't care to look closer. I'm Clara Evans, blind since birth, and the darkness I live in isn't just the absence of light. It's the void left by a family I never knew, abandoned as a baby, and the cold indifference of people who see me as less. My only tether is Margaret, the gentle widow who took me in when no one else would. She's old now, her voice trembling with fatigue, her hands shaky where they once were firm. "Clara, you can't keep pushing yourself," she said this morning, her worry sharp. As I laced my shoes for work, I forced a smile, tracing her weathered cheek with my fingers. "I'm okay, Margaret, don't fuss," she sighed, unconvinced. But I grabbed my cane and stepped out, hiding the fear that haunts me. What happens when she's gone? The city hums around McCarhern's chatter, the shuffle of hurried feet. I feel the subways rumble as I wait to cross, my cane tapping a rhythm only I understand. To others, I blend into the crowd, but I know I'm a part pitied or ignored, never truly seen at the flower shop where I work. The air shifts, sweet with roses, earthy with soil. It's my refuge, a place where I'm useful, Mr. Dawson. The gruff owner greets me as I step in, right on time. "Clara." His voice carries a rough warmth. "Habit keeps me sane," I reply, running my hands over the counter's edge, grounding myself. "Flowers don't judge." He laughs softly. "You're tougher than most, kid. You deserve better than petals." I want to believe him, but flowers can't hold me when I falter, can't fill the emptiness I've carried since childhood. Still a whisper nags at if there's more. People see my blindness as a flaw, a story ending before it begins. They hesitate, their voices soft with pity or loud with awkwardness, assuming I'm fragile. I don't grieve what I've never had. I've never seen the skies blue or a daisy's white. But I've felt the sun's heat, smelled spring's bloom. My world is alive with texture and sound. Yet it's lonely, Margaret once asked. "Do you wish you could see?" I shrugged. "No, I just wish people saw me. I crave connection, not sight some own to know me beyond my limit." At work, I've memorized every inch, even steps to the roses. 12 to the backroom customers pause, unsure. Their doubt, a quiet sting. Today a woman's voice wavers. Can you help me find lilies?" I nod, gliding to the shelf, fingers brushing stems until I pull the bundle here. "They're fresh, Mel. The sweetness," she gasps. "How'd you know?" I smile faintly. I listen, she thanks me, surprised, but it's not her or I need, it's belonging. That night rain slicks the streets as I head home, cane clicking against wet pavement. I'm careful, always am, mapping the world by sound, hum of traffic, the splash of tires, but tonight I misjudge. A car roars to close brakes. Squeal and pain explodes as I hit the ground, my cane skittering away. Darkness spins sharper than usual, and a man's voice cuts through to deep tense. "Can you hear me?" I try to move, my head throbbing, but my strength fades. Hands lift me firm yet cautious, and I feel his breath quick and uneven. I don't know him, but his grip anchors me as the world blurs. I wake in a hospital bed, bandages tight on my forehead. The sterile smells, sharp footsteps approach, and that voice return. "Script controlled, you're awake." I turn toward it, hoarse. "Who are you, James Carter?" he says flat. "You stepped into my car." Anger flares. I was crossing. "You hit me," he doesn't argue. "You're here now, bills are paid. When you're ready, my driver will take you home." His tone is cold, but he's still here. "I don't want your pity," I snap, gripping the sheets. "It's not pity, it's accountability," he replies. Sharp silence hangs heavy until he adds, "I'll arrange the ride," and leaves. His steps fade, but his presence lingers, unsettling me. Why does he care? Discharged, I sit stiffly in his car, James beside me. The leather smells rich, his world miles from mine. "I don't need this," I say, voice tight. "You keep saying that," he counters cool. Yet here we are. I frown, probing. Why bother? He pauses, then admits, I don't know. His honesty cracks something in Mara. Unguarded, we reach my crumbling apartment, and he asks, "Anyone with you?" "I manage," I say, stepping out, cane steady. He doesn't push. but I feel his eyes as I climb the steps, a strange weight in my chest. Back home, Margaret fusses, her voice frail. You scared me, Clara. I hug her, hiding my tremble. James's car, his guilt. It's not my burden, yet it stirs me. I've survived alone, but his quiet choice to stay echoes. Days later, tending flowers. I wonder cold. Someone see me, not my blindness. I've built a life from scraps. Fierce and mine may be this stranger. Cold as he seems, saw a glimpse of that fire. I don't need him, but for the first time, I let myself hope for more than shadows.